Welcome, buyovercoffee.com. Why that name? Well, whenever you're buying and selling locally online, inevitably there's that process of determining where to meet. And why not make that as easy as possible? That's all built in with this site. So a buyer could find something, they'll know immediately if the seller's favorite meeting location will work for them, get together, maybe over a cup of coffee, and make a deal. Hence the name. It's a lot more than that. And for sellers, you can really create a business. And I'll show you some of those tools that are available in this tutorial. And I think you'll get excited about it. Because this is not a slimy sales pitch for something. Because really, I wanted to create something that was free. Like Craigslist, only a lot more powerful. Yet still as easy as Craigslist. So maybe let's get started. All right. The first thing that we'll do, like any other site, is create an account. Now, one of the great aspects of this is you can just put in, sign up regularly with a username and password. But if you have a Facebook account, you can associate your account with Facebook. Now, I understand that's a little scary, but I promise that you have complete control over it. It's really for your benefit so that whenever you create an item, you can determine or decide if you would like to pass that along to your friends on Facebook. So that's what this will allow you to do, and you have complete control over it. So, all right. So once you get to Facebook, you'll have the option to allow. Go ahead and click that. And then you'll go back to the Buy Over Coffee site. And you have not associated your Facebook account with Buy Over Coffee yet. You will still have to put in a username, a password. Keep the username as it is. That will be your Facebook name. It really doesn't matter. And then enter your password and email address. That's it. And then from then on, all you'll have to do is click one button to sign into Buy Over Coffee. So I'm going to put in a password and my email address, and then click sign up. This will bring you into the tools section. There is a lot of information in here to begin with that we don't have time for right now, and there will be other video tutorials to go through the rest of this. Right now, all we want to do is add an item to the site, and I want to show you how easy that is. All you have to do is click the Add Product button, and here you'll be brought to the Add Product page. Now, most of this is optional, and over time, when you've entered a number of items, it will get easier and easier because there's a lot of information you can reuse. The first time, there are a number of steps. So ignore the Select Store option for now. We don't care about that. Let's go ahead and we're going to have a location for this item. So click the Add Meeting Location to drop down. You can be as specific or general as you would like. I'm going to put in the Starbucks next to my house. And I can make it a private location or a non-private location. And if you add it as a private location, that information will not be public. And you will have the option to share with other users of this site in the future if you would like, and they can see your private locations. But for now, I'm going to create this as a public location, and I'm going to put in the address of that Starbucks. It is 8362 Tamarack Village. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. I'll copy and paste it. And you can put in your name. My name is Dean. City, Woodbury. And this, you will only have to, if you're reusing this location, this is the only time you'll have to enter it. And then from then on, it will be in a drop down that you can reuse. All right, I'm going to leave the rest of that blank and just go ahead and add the location. So as you can see, I've already added the Starbucks. So I'm going to look to see which one is which. So previous. I'm going to delete this one. So here you can modify your other ones, and if you look, you can see that's the one that we just added. I'm just going back and forth. Now you can hit previous, and then you're back to the add product page, and you have your Starbucks location in the drop down. So select that. Now really all you need to do is add a product name. I'm going to be a little bit clever and funny here. I'm not very funny, but He-Man underwear. I have a pair of He-Man underwear from the 80s, vintage underwear that I have to sell. I'll put in the product description. You know, you're probably going to be a lot more clever than I am. I'm going to try to be funny and say, if you liked the cartoon, then prove it by squeezing into a tight pair of He-Man undies. You know, try to catch people's attention. I don't know if that works, but we'll see. Price, $3. That'll probably catch people's attention more than anything. That's actually a good price. So if you see it on there, probably you'll want to buy that. And then you can put in additional keywords. This is optional as well, but the search engine that people can use to find items to buy on the site will be able to use these extra search items, search keywords. I'll put in, and you don't have to repeat anything that you had in the product name or the product description. So I'll just put in toys, vintage, 80s. That's good enough for now. The rest of the information is also optional. Here we have a section to choose categories because there's a drop down on the main page. You can put it under, I will put this under collectibles and toys and games. I can close that. You can also make this a limited offer. Give it a time limit. And this really isn't an item that I would want to limit to a specific time, but for now, just to show you, I'll make it for today. Now, a limited offer really should have a reason for being limited, so that you don't want to try to trick your buyers. It really should be something that's truly of a specific time. But this is for purposes of education. Here we go. 1 p.m. to 14 hours. All right, and this last section is if you have a PayPal account and you want to include a buy now button for your item. I'm going to skip that for now and just go ahead and actually, here are the options available to you at the bottom of the page. You could finish, which would immediately put that item up for sale, and you can come back and modify it at any time. Or you can add a picture, and you could post it to Facebook if you've associated your account with Facebook. And that's where you have control over that. But I'm going to go ahead and add a picture for this item. Add a couple of pictures. So I have a picture of my underwear, the front of it. I'll upload. And then I'll browse again to click and add another image. And you can consecutively add images. And then hit the previous button. And now you're ready. Your images will show up at the bottom. I think I'm going to go ahead and finish this. Click the finish button. And here, once you've built up a clientele, the system will remember the users that you've done business with. You can actually add users in your tools section, and they'll show up in a drop down for you to be able to select and send an email about this item. I don't have any at this moment, so I'm going to go ahead and click finish. And that's it. Your item is now for sale on the main page. You can actually see it in the most recent items. You can also see it by typing in He-Man, and you can see that the offer is ending in 12 hours. Its price is $3, and it gives you the location, seller's preferred meeting location. You can view the image this way, a little slideshow. And to get even more information and for users to be able to contact you about this, or even post comments or replies about your item, they can click the link for more information and bring them to this linkable page. This is actually a static URL address that will not change, that you can share. So you can see that it tells me that I am 6.20 miles away from the Starbucks. And for even more detailed directions, I can click the map, and it will show me on a map inside the application of where to meet. And then by clicking on that marker, you can actually get the directions and have your device navigate you to the seller's preferred meeting location. So let's go back to the main menu now. So you've got your limited offer. It's He-Man underwear. It'll also show up on this calendar, and you can select these days, and if people come in and want to see the limited offers for the day, they can. It will show up. Go back home. Now, an extremely valuable part of this application are the stores. Now, I have one store in here. Let's go back to my tools section, and I can see that I have a Masters of the Universe store. And I want to add an image for that store just so that it looks better. We can come into this, browse. I'll show you where this shows up later. It's been uploaded. So now, if we go back to our tools, and we want to modify that item and associate it and put it in with a store that people can actually browse, I'm going to associate that with my Masters of the Universe store just by selecting the item and selecting in the drop down the Masters of the Universe store and click Save. And now when I come back to the home page and I go to the stores, you can see the image of my Masters of the Universe store, and I want to visit it. And here is a page that you own. It belongs to you, and you'll see that the URL is very simple and clean. You can actually share on a business card. With your image of your site, you are the store owner. You can actually go in to your profile, and let's say we want to add an image of me. Where am I? I know I've got that in here. There's me and my wife. And that will be the image now that shows up. Under stores. Here is me. I am the store owner. And people can actually subscribe to your announcements. So if you have particularly good deals, people will subscribe to your announcements, and they'll be the first to want to buy from you. And you'll have your own individual section, just like the front page, where people can come in and search for things that are only in your store. As you can see, it gives the location. You can go to more info. You can also look at recently added. This is all specific to you. Now, I don't have sufficient privileges to access this forum yet. I'm going to subscribe to announcements. There, I can see announcements now that this person, that this store owner, which is me, posts. And then I have my own limited offers as well. And these are all specific to the Masters of the Universe store. All right, that is all I wanted to share today. But this is a powerful tool. There will be other tutorials as well. And remember, this is a free application, and I'm not sure how long I can keep it free, but the people that are signing up today and in the near future, I intend to keep it free for them. So you can genuinely create a business and create wealth with using this tool. So thank you for taking the time to listen to this, and I wish you luck. Thank you. Bye.